Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Frenchman's Farm. It's a drama suspense film. It came out in 1987. It's a 15. It's an hour and 32 minutes. Amazon, well, it's not on Amazon, so IMDb is a 5.1 out of 10. I'll read both synopses because I've actually watched the DVD. So IMDb is: an Australian woman's car breaks down in the country, and when she goes to get help, she's whisked back in time to 1944 and witnesses a murder. Okay, maybe not. Returning to her car, time reverts to normal, but unable to convince anyone of her story, she investigates the crime herself. That's not all true. The DVD is: something very strange has happened to the life of Jackie Granville. While driving in her car, she suddenly finds herself transported back to her past, or the past, 40 years back to the past. Glenn Miller tunes and wartime news bulletins drift from her radio. In total confusion, she strays into a nearby field and witnesses a murder. In a state of shock, she runs to a car, which on starting mysteriously transports her back to the 1980s. On reporting the murder, investigations by the police find no trace of a body, but they do, however, discover records of a murder committed 40 years previously. The police dismiss Jackie's report as pure imagination. Together with her boyfriend, she sets out to investigate an inexplicable experience. So it's completely different to the IMDb one, because there it says she investigates the crime herself, and the fact that she goes to get help, which isn't actually true. As such, so the director is Ron Way, Ronway, who directed My Name's Magooly, What's Yours?, the series. Producers, I'll pick two. There's James Fishburne, who was in My Name's Magooly, What's Yours again, and Matt White, who didn't do anything else. And music was Tommy Tycho, Tycho, who was in Reckless Kelly, or did the music for Reckless Kelly. And I've only picked the two main cast. We have Tracy Tainish, Tainsh, who was Jackie Granville, who was in Bootleg, and David Reyne, Reyne, who was Barry Norden, who was in The Flying Doctors, the series. It was filmed in Beaudesert and Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. So, like I say, I watched it on DVD, widescreen it ain't. What I was going to say as well, the image that you can see of the Frenchman's Farm that I've put here is off the DVD. There's a different one on IMDb, this kind of like swirly thing with like red images. No, the DVD is the one with the cross. It starts with a guillotine, bushfire on the news about Australia, even though the music is kind of French style. It confused me a bit. I was like, oh, are we in France? No, wait, it's in Australia. Okay. Music as drives a sporty number is a rock style, kind of upbeat drumming, typical 80s, you know, not rock, but that kind of rocky style music. So she drove onto this old wooden bridge. This is, like I say, it's in the DVD. Car broke down, and even though the radio's still on, so the car broke down, but the radio still works. It's like, okay. Then the car disappears, and then we're back on the bridge. I'm assuming back in time, but the strange thing is the bridge looks more or less the same. The weeds and everything. Oh, it literally looks identical. It's like, well, if you're going to do that, maybe chop the weeds down a bit. Radio's still on, but it's obviously different. Engine's back on. So it's weird because she seems to have gone back to the present because we had different music back on. So it was like, right, we're in the present now. And then there's this whole car driving down by the road, but it was literally one from the 40s. I was like, if she's back in the future, as in the current, how can she see an old car going by? That confused me. It's like, I don't think that was supposed to even happen. I think that the music was supposed to happen after that bit. She's told her boyfriend about witnessing a killing, and he said we shouldn't get involved. And as the police didn't find it, you must have had heat stroke. It's like, he says, don't worry. He did give good advice, good loving advice. He says, you'll have to sort this out yourself. It's like, great boyfriend there, love. So you're in the library, relaxing, you know, you're reading your books, maybe having a snooze, whatever you like to do in libraries, and you're just quiet. It's like deadly quiet. Nobody says, oh, it's like, shh, it's quiet. And then someone's looking at microfilm and reads everything out loud that she finds, including the entire news article. Mr. McTavish! And it's like, what the hell? Can you not read it? In fact, we can read it because we can see it in front of your screen. It happens all the time in films. It drives me nuts. So, I think the trailer. Let me double check on the trailer that I posted up. So obviously I'm recording this without even looking at the trailer. What is it? Frenchman's Farm. Yeah, so the trailer is some guys in an office. That's actually the computer special branch. So it seems Frenchman's Farm is a special case, which is confusing because they just said, oh yeah, we just noticed this murder from like 40 years ago. You would have just kind of like dismissed it, wouldn't you? I mean, cold cases, you know, maybe the police would investigate stuff. In this country, I think you've got about 1% chance of actually investigating. You've got a 1% chance of actually turning up in the first place. That's why nobody rings the police anymore, because they're just absolutely inept. Sorry for any police that are listening to it, but if you are listening to it, get your back in order, you know, get yourself sorted out and get in touch with bloody management and tell them you need to police the street, not police Twitter. So they're at this nightclub and the boyfriend's singing. It's kind of like Duran Duran, but very poor cover band sort of style music, you know, that kind of 80s really depressing stuff. Stay With Me, I think. I was curious who it was, and I'll actually just tell you at the end of credits, and I'll tell you who that is in a bit. So I couldn't. Oi, stop it! Sorry, dog's scratching behind me. So I can understand the boyfriend's reaction. You know, if someone tells me that they witnessed a murder that happened 15 years before they were born, I think I would kind of look at them a bit strangely. Because she's like, it's true, it happened. It's like, well, when did it happen? In 1940. It's like, you weren't even born then. It's like, how do you witness a murder that didn't even happen before you were born? You know what I mean? So you go back to the house where the murder happened, you know, both of you. After poking around outside, then of course you just walk through the house uninvited. Right? It's the next thing to do. You know, I'm pretty sure it's allowed. Now I might go and do exactly the same thing. I might go and wander around a house for shits and giggles, because it won't matter. Because like I say, the police won't turn up. So our intrepid boyfriend, David, or Barry as he's named in the film, has gone into this crypt, middle of the night, no torch. He can't see a bloody thing, and surprise, surprise, nor can I. You would have thought he'd have taken a torch. I'm going to break in the middle of the night when no one's awake and everyone's asleep. Brilliant. Good idea. He actually said that up front as well. It's a good film so far. You know, some bits that are a bit corny. Like now, they're at the farm after doing a spot of digging for the day. They're looking at a picture. It's dark as well as outside. It's thunderstorms and everything else. The owner's there and says, bloody lights, as the lights went out. But it was still pitch black. And it's like, it was pitch black before the bloody lights went out. And then he went, oh, bloody lights. It's like, well, shouldn't you have said that before the lights? Even before, I don't know, it's still dark. So there's no flickering lights in this film, thank the gods. No fluorescent lights. However, there is a lightning storm. So it's flashing, flash, 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 flash. Oh my god. Please stop doing that. Thunderstorms aren't always like that. Well, at least the bedroom's dark, you know, not bright like other films. I've mentioned this before. They go to bed, turn out the light, and you can see everything in the room. Because I couldn't sleep like that. I do something called draw the curtains. I've never known as much lightning in this storm than I've ever seen in mine. I've seen storms before, you know, but yeah, this. It's literally flash, can see, then it's pitch black, can't see a damn thing, then a flash, it repeats it constantly. So it's a weird ending. I was kind of getting the plot, and then it took a wrong turn. I was a bit lost. Music and acting's fine, except for the bloody lightning storm that flashed like a fluorescent light. The song is called Stay With Me, performed by Cats Under Pressure. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to give it a 5. The two main characters worked well. Now, the interesting thing is, if you look on IMDb, I think it tells you. Let me just scroll down a bit here. It mentions about the VHS ending being different to the DVD. It says alternative spoilers. So if you read that, it's quite lengthy. The reason why, and it says spoiler. Well, the problem is it might be a spoiler, but most people would have the DVD, not the video cassette, so you wouldn't know all this stuff. When you read it, it makes more sense because the DVD had this weird ending. So you were like, okay, they're where they were, they're in this house, or I'm not going to go into the ending and such. And then there were little bits was like, what the hell, what? This doesn't make any, what? You know, one of those endings that you're looking at and thinking the whole film was really good, and then it's just like they just gave up, and it's not. Because they actually removed about 90% of it. So when I read the alternative version, spoiler from the VHS thing, it was literally a case of I could delete out most of that and just put in about a couple of lines, and that was the DVD ending. It was ridiculous. So if you do watch it, be warned that you'll be kind of confused at the end, unless you can find a video copy somewhere on YouTube. But I highly doubt that, because nobody will be uploading one of those. Everyone will just upload the DVD and they go, "Look at this, it's awesome," and everyone will be like, "What the hell happened at the end?" So yeah, it's confusing. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review, Frenchman's Farm. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got quite a few other sort of suspense drama type films, quite a lot of other things as well. Mostly games, obviously, but I do dabble into films now and then. Give me the old thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Have you seen this film? Did you enjoy the ending as much as I didn't? There you go. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and goodbye.